My child, listen to me carefully. This is not just another moment passing by. This is not coincidence, not something you will forget tomorrow. This is the moment you will remember. I am speaking to you right now because I need your attention. Not later, not when it's convenient, but now. There is a shift happening in your life, even if you cannot fully see it yet. Something is aligning, something is moving, something is about to make sense in a way it never has before. You may have been scrolling, distracted, unsure, even tired. But I have drawn you here for a reason. Do not ignore this stirring in your spirit. That quiet pull you feel inside you. That is me calling you closer. I am breaking through the noise around you to reach your heart, because what I am about to do in your life will mark you. You will look back on this very moment and say, "This is where everything began to change." I know there have been many days where nothing seemed different. Many moments where you wondered if anything was happening at all. But I tell you the truth. This is different. This is not just another message. This is an appointment with me. I am interrupting your routine to remind you that your story is not random, and your life is not stuck. You are standing at a doorway, and what you choose to do right now matters more than you realize. So stay with me. Do not scroll past this. Do not let your mind drift. Let my voice settle into your heart. Because I am not only speaking to you, I am preparing you. Preparing your spirit, your thoughts, your expectations for what is about to unfold. And my child, if you feel something awakening inside you as I speak, I want you to respond. Not out of habit, but out of agreement with what I am doing. Like this message is a sign that you receive my word. Comment because your voice matters, and I am listening. Share this with 3 people, because there are others who need to hear me just as deeply as you do right now. And subscribe, so you do not miss the moments when I speak again, because I am not finished with you. This is not pressure. This is purpose. When you respond, you align yourself with what I am releasing. When you stay, when you listen, when you engage, you open your heart wider for me to move. My child, I am calling your attention because this moment carries weight. It carries meaning. It carries the beginning of something you have prayed for, even when you didn't have the words to say it. Do not treat it lightly. Stay here with me because what comes next you need to hear. My child, I see you more clearly than you see yourself. I know the weight you have been carrying, even the parts you have never spoken out loud. I have watched you in the quiet moments when no one else noticed the tears in your eyes or the heaviness in your heart. I have been there in the silence when you questioned if I was listening, if I was near, if I even cared about what you were going through. You have walked through a season that stretched you, a season where answers felt delayed and clarity seemed distant. You kept moving forward, but inside, there were moments when you felt tired of waiting, tired of hoping, tired of wondering when things would finally shift. I know the nights when your thoughts would not rest, when your heart whispered prayers you didn't even have the strength to finish. I heard every single one. Do not think for a moment that you were overlooked. Do not believe the lie that you were forgotten. I was with you in every step, even when it felt like you were walking alone. I saw the strength it took for you to keep going when everything inside you wanted to stop. I saw the faith you held on to, even when it felt small and fragile. And I tell you now, that kind of faith moves my heart. You have been in a process, my child. Not a punishment, not a delay without purpose, but a preparation. Every challenge, every moment of uncertainty, every time you had to trust me without seeing the outcome, it has all been shaping you. You may have thought you were just enduring, but I was building something within you that could not be formed any other way. I know there were times you compared your journey to others. Times when you wondered why things seemed to come easier for them, while you felt like you were constantly waiting. But your path is not theirs. Your calling is not theirs. What I am doing in you requires a different kind of preparation, a deeper kind of strengthening, a more intentional kind of timing. And yes, there were moments when you felt like giving up, moments when you questioned your worth, your direction, even your purpose. But look at you. You are still here. You are still seeking me. You are still listening. That is not weakness, my child. That is evidence that I have been sustaining you all along. I need you to understand this clearly. You are not here by accident. You are not hearing this message coincidence. I have drawn you here because this moment connects directly to everything you have been through. The pain, the waiting, the questions, they were not wasted. They were leading you here, to this exact point where something begins to shift. You are chosen for this moment, not because you are perfect, but because you are willing. Not because you have everything figured out, but because your heart has remained open to me. And now, I am about to reveal what all of this has been preparing you for. Stay close, my child, because what I am about to show you will change the way you see everything. My child, I want you to see this moment through my eyes. What you are experiencing right now is not random, and it is not delayed. It is divinely aligned. You have been measuring time by what you can see, but I have been working beyond what your eyes could ever perceive. What felt like waiting was not absence. What felt like stillness was not inactivity. I was moving, arranging, preparing, and positioning everything for this very moment. You thought certain doors closed because you were rejected, but I closed them because they were not part of where I am taking you. You thought opportunities passed you by, but I was protecting you from paths that would have distracted you from your purpose. Even the confusion you felt was part of the process, because I was teaching you to trust me, not your own understanding. This moment you are standing in right now carries a weight you do not yet fully understand. It may look ordinary on the outside, but it is sacred in my plan. The conversations, the thoughts, the stirring in your spirit, none of it is accidental. I have been aligning people, timing, and circumstances so precisely that even the smallest detail is working in your favor. You have asked me for signs, for clarity, for confirmation. And I tell you now, this is your confirmation. Not because everything is suddenly clear, but because I'm speaking directly into your spirit. This is how I guide you. Not always with loud answers, but with deep knowing. Not always with immediate results, but with divine assurance. I need you to release the idea that everything must make sense before you move forward. Understanding will come, but obedience must come first. Trust me in this moment, even if it feels unfamiliar. Trust that I know where I am leading you. Trust that I would not bring you this far just to leave you uncertain. My child, what you once saw as a delay was actually alignment. What you thought was a detour was actually direction. And what you believed was silence was filled with my voice, shaping your path step by step. This moment is the result of everything I have been doing behind the scenes. And now, I am inviting you to respond, not with fear, but with faith. Because when you recognize my hand in your life, something within you begins to shift. You stop resisting, and you start trusting. You stop questioning, and you start walking with me more closely. Now listen carefully, my child, because this moment is not only about what I am doing in you, but also about what I desire to do through you. There are others who are still waiting in darkness for a word like this, still searching for hope, still longing to hear my voice. And I am using this very message as a light to reach them. I am stirring your heart for a reason. If this word has touched you, then do not ignore that prompting. This is your moment to sow into something eternal. When you give through Super Thanks or through the PayPal link in the description, you are not just supporting a channel, you are helping my word flow like a river into lives that are thirsty for truth. I tell you in my word, give, and it will be given to you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And I speak that over you now as a living promise. Say within your heart, Lord, I respond to you. Let your giving become a seed, planted in faith, carrying light into places you may never see but I will touch. Do not delay this obedience, because this moment is sacred. What you release in faith, I will multiply in ways you cannot imagine. Step into this with me now and watch how I move. My child, I speak to you now with love, but also with truth that will guide you forward. There are places in your heart where fear has been louder than faith, and I want to gently correct that. Not to shame you, not to push you away, but to draw you closer into the peace that comes from trusting me fully. You have been looking at your circumstances and allowing them to define what you believe is possible. You have been measuring your future by what you see around you right now. But I did not call you to walk my sight, I called you to walk my faith. When you rely only on what you can understand, you limit what I can do in your life. There have been moments when doubt crept into your thoughts, telling you that maybe things will not change, that maybe this is as far as you will go. And instead of bringing those thoughts to me, you held on to them. You allowed them to grow quietly, shaping your expectations without even realizing it. But those thoughts are not from me, and they do not reflect the truth I have spoken over your life. I need you to release that mindset. You cannot step into what I have prepared for you while holding on to beliefs that keep you small, afraid, and uncertain. I am calling you higher, not into perfection, but into trust. Not into having all the answers, but into surrendering the need to control everything. My child, you have also been carrying burdens that I never asked you to carry. You have been trying to figure everything out on your own, trying to plan every step, trying to protect yourself from every possible outcome. But that is not where your peace will come from. Your peace comes from knowing that I am already ahead of you, making a way where you cannot yet see one. I am not asking you to have it all together. I am asking you to let me lead. There is a difference between being responsible and trying to take my place in your life. When you hold too tightly to control, you leave no room for my guidance. When you trust me, you create space for me to move in ways that go beyond your understanding. And I say this with love. Stop doubting what I have already confirmed. Stop questioning what I have already spoken into your spirit. You asked me for direction, and I answered. You asked me for clarity, and I brought you to this moment. Do not turn back now because it feels unfamiliar. Your oath will always feel uncomfortable before it becomes natural. I am not disappointed in you, my child. I am guiding you. I am shaping you into someone who walks with confidence, not because of what you see, but because of who I am. Let go of the fear that has been holding you back. Let go of the need to understand everything before you move. Trust me here. This is where your breakthrough begins. Not when everything changes around you, but when something changes within you. My child, I see the weariness you have been carrying, even when you try to hide it behind a brave face. I know there have been days when you felt like you were running on empty, giving your energy, your patience, your hope, and wondering if anything would ever refill you. But I tell you now, you are not as empty as you feel. There is strength within you that you have not yet fully realized, because that strength comes from me. You have not made it this far by accident. Every step you have taken, even the ones that felt heavy and uncertain, has been sustained by my hand. When you thought you could not go any further, I carried you. When your strength felt like it was fading, I became your strength. And even now, as you listen to my voice, I am pouring new life into your spirit. Do not let exhaustion convince you that you are weak. You are not weak. You are being strengthened in ways that go deeper than what the surface shows. I am building endurance in you, a quiet resilience that does not break under pressure but stands firm because it is rooted in me. This kind of strength is not loud or obvious, but it is powerful, and it will carry you through what lies ahead. I know there were moments when you questioned if you had what it takes. Moments when you compared yourself to others and felt like you were falling behind. But you are not behind, my child. You are exactly where you need to be for what I am doing in your life. Your journey is not meant to look like anyone else's, because your purpose is uniquely designed by me. You have been growing, even when you did not notice it. The way you respond to challenges is changing. The way you seek me is becoming deeper. The way you endure is becoming stronger. These are not small things. These are signs that I am at work within you, shaping you into someone who can carry what I am about to release into your life. So I say to you now, lift your head. Do not stay in a place of discouragement. Do not let temporary feelings define your identity. You are not defeated. You are not forgotten. You are not incapable. You are mine, and I am with you. Lean on me in this moment. When you feel tired, come to me, and I will give you rest. When you feel uncertain, come to me, and I will give you direction. When you feel like giving up, come to me, and I will remind you why you started. You were never meant to carry this journey alone. There is more in you than you realize, because I am in you, and I am not finished strengthening you yet. What you are feeling now is not the end of your capacity. It is the beginning of a new level of endurance, a new depth of faith, a new strength that will sustain you in ways you have never experienced before. Keep going, my child. You are stronger than you think, because I am your strength. My child, I want you to rest in this truth. I do not begin something that I do not intend to complete. What I have started in your life is not temporary, not uncertain, and not dependent on your perfection. It is rooted in my promise, and my promises do not fail. You may look at your journey and still see unfinished pieces, unanswered questions, and areas that feel incomplete. But I am not limited by what you see. I see the full picture. I see where you are going, how everything connects, and how every step is leading you into something greater than you can imagine right now. What feels incomplete to you is still in progress to me. I have not brought you this far to abandon you in the middle. I have not carried you through difficult seasons just to leave you without direction. Every promise I have placed in your heart, every quiet assurance you have felt deep within your spirit, it all has purpose, and I am faithful to bring it to fulfillment in the right time. My timing is not rushed, and it is never late. It is precise. Even when it feels slow to you, it is always aligned with what is best for you. If I move it too quickly, you would not be ready for what I have prepared. If I delayed too long, you would lose sight of the vision. But I know exactly when to move, exactly when to open doors, exactly when to position you where you need to be. So I ask you to trust my timing, even when it stretches your patience. Trust that what I am doing is not only about the outcome, but also about who you are becoming along the way. I am shaping your character, strengthening your faith, and preparing your heart to handle what is coming next. There are blessings ahead of you that require trust. There are opportunities that require obedience. There are moments that will require you to step forward even when you do not have all the answers. But I will not send you into those moments unprepared. I will be with you, guiding you, strengthening you, and reminding you of who you are in me. I want you to hold on to this assurance. Nothing that is meant for you will pass you by. What I have spoken over your life cannot be taken away by delay, doubt, or difficulty. It is secured in my will, and when the time comes, it will unfold in a way that leaves no confusion about my hand in it. You do not need to strive to make things happen. You do not need to force doors open. Your role is to remain faithful, to stay close to me, and to move when I lead you. I will handle the rest. I will open what needs to be opened and close what needs to be closed. My child, you are safe in my plan. You are covered by my promise, and what I have declared over your life will come to pass. Hold on to that truth, even when your circumstances try to tell you otherwise. This moment you are in is not the end of your story. It is a step toward the fulfillment of everything I have prepared for you. Trust me, because I am already there, waiting for you to arrive. My child, now is the moment where you respond. Not tomorrow, not when everything feels easier, not when you have every answer, but now. I have spoken to your heart. I have revealed my truth. I have reminded you of my promises, and now I am calling you to step forward in faith. Do not let this moment pass you by as just another message you heard and then moved on from. This is an invitation. This is where what you have received begins to take root in your life. Faith is not only about hearing me, it is about responding when I speak. And I am asking you to respond with trust. There is something powerful that happens when you say yes to me, even in the smallest way. When you choose to trust me despite your doubts, when you decide to move forward even when you cannot see the full path, you activate something within your spirit. You align yourself with my will, and you create space for me to move more freely in your life. So I ask you now, what is the step I have been placing on your heart? What is the thing you have been hesitating to do? The decision you have been delaying? The prayer you have been afraid to fully believe? That is where I am calling you. Not into something distant or complicated, but into the very place where your faith meets your action. You do not need to take a giant leap. You need to take a willing step. One step of obedience, one step of trust, one step of surrender. That is how transformation begins. That is how doors begin to open. That is how you move from waiting into walking with me. Do not be afraid of making a mistake. I am not watching you, waiting for you to fail. I am guiding you, ready to lead you at every step. Even if you feel uncertain, I will correct your path. Even if you feel unprepared, I will equip you. What matters is that you move with me, not that you move perfectly. And as you take this step, I want you to bring your heart fully into alignment with me. Speak to me. Pray with honesty. Tell me your fears, your hopes, your desires. Invite me into your decisions, your thoughts, your next move. I am not distant from you. I am right here, ready to walk with you through every part of this. This is your moment to shift from listening to living, from receiving to responding, from hesitation to trust. Do not let fear hold you back any longer. Do not let doubt silence the faith that is rising within you right now. Take the step, my child. Trust me in it. Because when you move with me, even in uncertainty, you step into a flow of purpose that cannot be stopped by obstacles or delays. I am with you in this moment. I am guiding you forward. And as you respond to me now, you will begin to see that this truly is the moment you will remember, the moment you chose to trust me and step into what I have prepared for you. My child, rest now in my presence. Let everything I have spoken settle gently into your heart. This moment was not coincidence, and neither is what you are feeling right now. I have been speaking to you with purpose, guiding you with love, and leading you into a deeper understanding of where you stand and where you are going. You began this message with uncertainty, perhaps even distraction, but now I have drawn your attention back to what truly matters. I have shown you that this moment carries meaning. I have reminded you that your journey has not been wasted. Every tear, every delay, every question has been part of something far greater than you could see at the time. And now, I leave you with peace. Not the kind of peace that depends on everything around you being perfect, but the kind that comes from knowing that I am with you. I am in your present, I am in your future, and I am working in ways you cannot yet fully understand. You do not need to have it all figured out. You only need to trust me. When you walk away from this moment, carry this truth with you. You are not alone, you are not forgotten, and you are not without direction. I am guiding you step by step. Even when the path feels unclear, I am there. Even when you feel uncertain, I am steady. Even when you feel weak, I am your strength. There will be days ahead when you remember this moment. Days when things begin to shift, when clarity starts to come, when doors open in ways you did not expect. And in those moments, you will look back and realize that this was the point where something changed within you. This was a moment you chose to trust me more deeply. Hold on to that. Let it anchor you when doubts try to return. Let it remind you that I am faithful, that my promises stand, and that my timing is perfect. What I have begun in you, I will complete. And now, my child, as this message comes to a close, I am still moving. I am still reaching hearts, still calling my children, still pouring light into places of darkness. And I am inviting you to be part of this flow. If this message has touched your heart, do not let it end here. Let it continue through you. I say to you, just as a seed sown in good soil brings forth a harvest, your giving becomes a channel for my word to reach souls who are still searching. My word declares, those who sow in tears shall reap in joy, and I speak that promise over you now. This is not just a moment of hearing. This is a moment of responding. Say within yourself, Lord, I step into this with you. Let your support through super thanks or through the PayPal link in the description become an act of faith, a seed planted into something eternal. The link is there, and even a QR code in each video, so you can respond without delay. Do not hold back when I am prompting your heart. Move in obedience. As you give, I bless you. I multiply what you release. I open doors you did not expect. I pour back into your life in ways that overflow beyond what you can measure. This is a sacred exchange, led by my hand. Now go forward with peace, my child. Stay close to me. Walk in trust. And remember, this was the moment you will carry with you, the moment that marked a new beginning.